For many young Australians, organised sport is a way of life. Small communities rely on team sports to bring a town together, and weekend sport is a staple in most households. But what happens when once the routine of high school is left behind for tertiary education? Students who played regular sport during high school were inclined to prioritise sport over study. However, upon going to university, students tend to sideline sporting commitments to settle into the student lifestyle.
A lot of it had to do with moving to a new place. I didn't know anyone, so my first priorities were making friends and just getting my bearings and trying to get into the uni life. So I did nothing, no sport at all for the first year almost. Started picking up a bit as I moved into my second year of uni and the end of first year, second year of uni. And then by the time I went on my exchange trip, which was the end of my second year, I went into as many sports teams as I could overseas to try and get a feel for their side of it, and that really kicked me back into gear. And then third and fourth year here, I've been pretty full on again with my sport.
I've been playing Aussie rules since I was 10. Since coming here, I've played a bit of Oztag and some mixed netball. So I dislocated my shoulder 2 years ago, so I've kind of been off AFL for a while. Since I did my shoulder, I've just been working on recovering to get it stronger so I can play sport again.
I moved down here from Sydney, and so when I moved, I didn't know anyone moving down here with me or anything like that, so I stopped doing netball. I didn't play weekend sport anyway. I've never joined another uni team. You lose that same routine that you had when you're in high school, and it's not all your friends aren't doing it anymore, so you have to find people, and it's a lot more difficult to get involved in that. And it's not that there's less priority in it or that I like it less, it's just it seems to be less time and stuff like that, and you got more interest in other things as well, I guess.
As organised sport is both time-consuming and can be heavy on one's wallet, as a student it's difficult to maintain regular costly activities.
I think a lot of it had to do with juggling uni and living on campus. It was just a lot of people, which you getting entertained by those people, so I didn't feel the need to be entertained by sport, and also having to pay for everything myself. I didn't have mum and dad there to be registrations tomorrow, that sort of thing.
Having uni and then campus life, you had a lot to deal with all the time and a lot more assignments, and everything is now your responsibility, so you're the one who has to manage your time, so yeah, that was difficult.
Definitely making it much more affordable, for people to go there, of course, would make it a lot easier. URAC charges you a registration fee and a weekly participation fee, so automatically for people who are surviving off what they make, not living at home with mum and dad, it's pretty hard to commit to something like that, to pay a lot of money consistently to play a sport, which it doesn't go for a very long time anyway, so yeah.
The University of Wollongong's Recreation and Aquatic Centre provides a range of facilities for students eager to do both team and individual sports.
A lot of people I lived with on campus started getting we all get all the URAC stuff first before it goes out to everyone else. So we got a couple of teams in with those, some of those comps, like the futsal comps and the touch comps. And then, as we went through PE, we had that sort of instant access to, all the teams there. And because it's so close, it's at uni, it's much easier than getting into an outdoor organised, netball comps and things like that are elsewhere, because people and it's easier.
The only things I've done is pretty casual social stuff, so some indoor competitions, and I've started playing Oztag on Monday nights, but other than that, nothing on the weekends like I used to.
For some students, their passion for sport is the reasoning behind their career decisions.
I love pretty much every sport, even though I'm not great at a lot of them. I think I just love it all, and I love the environment that surrounds it, and I would love to teach kids that environment. I've learnt so much about myself from sports, and in that environment, that competitive environment, the pressure, with other people as well, your leadership skills come out, or your negotiation skills and stuff came out. So that's sort of one of the things I'd love to pass on to kids. It was one of the reasons why I chose PE.
I can't sit still, and so I guess that was one thing. When I was in year 12, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and so I knew I had to do something with sports. So I was going to do sports management, I was going to do exercise science, and then one day my PE teacher said something to me about how she gets to play sport every day for her job, and I was I'm going to do that, that's awesome.
while for others, limits and restrictions in their sporting career has influenced their decision to go back to uni and acquire a degree. The St George Illawarra Dragons established the Graduates of League initiative in partnership with the University of Wollongong to help footballers gain a job after their career retirement.
NRL is a very time-consuming thing with training, team meetings, public commitments and things like that.
The program aims to assist football players with university entrance and course completion rates.
And basically the goal behind it is to help students balance those commitments, helping them to achieve results along with their on-field results.
There's a lot of positives to take out of it. I think my time there at the start of the year was a bit overwhelming, and I don't think I handled the pressure too well, but like now, halfway through the year, I think I'm up to scratch now.
University requires motivation, self-discipline and organisation. Therefore, it is important for students to be aware of their class timetable and assignment due dates. While the student lifestyle is important to many, consistent effort is a necessity to achieve successful results. Balancing university study and sporting commitments is the key to such success.
It's much more of a balance now. Like now I know I've got OzTag on Monday nights, so I take that time away from the time that I have to do my assignments. So I go, okay, I don't have all of Monday night, I've only got Monday afternoon or whatever. So I've got quite a good balance now anyway.
As a nation, Australians stand together, bound by their love of sport.
Every single time you take the field is just enormous. You feel so much pressure, so much adrenaline.